Yo, what is going on, guys? This is Garrett here, and I am coming to you guys with a new video because basically this Saturday, July 25th, we're going to be having ESPN 14 uh, UFC event, and headlining that event is obviously going to be Robert Whitaker and Darren Till. And basically, media day happened today, and I just kind of wanted to go over briefly what each of the two guys said, and basically kind of see how that's going to factor into the final meeting Saturday night. So basically, what you guys have here is you have Robert Whitaker. Obviously, the headline on MMA Junkie. Go check the articles out if you haven't already. Or if you haven't seen Media Day, this is basically just the gist of what both guys said. Robert Whitaker believes that Darren Till is a bit of a headhunter and that his left hand is all he's got. And you guys can remember that Darren Till's left hand, specifically off the top of my head, was really prominent in his fight against Stephen Thompson. Gosh, the lighting is just terrible in here. I don't know if this is going to make it better or worse. We'll see. Anyway, so yeah, it basically kind of became one of those things where the headhunting for uh, he calls himself both headhunters, and that he believes we're going to have a kick-ass show and it's going to be really great and amazing, and I believe that as well. I think it's going to be nice. I think that's going to be a very important show. But one of the things that uh, Robert Whitaker believes right here is obviously Darren Till has only got his left hand, I believe, and he believes that he himself has more tools going into the fight. If I can find the direct quote right here, can't really seem to find it right this second. Should have had that. Oh yeah, he basically says, "I've got so many angles that Darren Till, has to be aware of." Makes sense. We all know that Robert Whitaker is a very creative fighter. He is just as skilled as a fighter as his last opponent that he had fought against, Israel Adesanya. For those of you that don't know, Whitaker is a former champion, and he's just taken some time off. He was supposed to fight Jared Cannonier in UFC 248. However, he pulled out and has just been taking some time off recently. And he recently has decided to get back, and he will be fighting at Fight Island this time around. And he believes that he is going to have what it takes to be able to defeat Darren Till and put himself back into title contention. On the flip side, we have Darren Till here, who during that same day, later on, was told by the press, "Hey, here's some of the things that Robert Whitaker said, that he thinks he's going to win. He thinks he's going to be able to beat you. He thinks that he's going to be able to. He says that you've only got your left hand. That's it." Darren Till obviously says, "Oh well, he has to say that. I don't believe that personally," but he believes that when it comes to striking, Whitaker is nowhere near his level, and that's kind of a bold statement. But of course, he has to say stuff like that. But at the end of the day, there might be some truth to it. We know that Darren Till is incredible when it comes to striking. Even people like Jorge Masvidal have gone on record to say that I think Darren Till is the hardest puncher he's ever gone up against. The only concession that Darren Till seems to give towards Whitaker is that he believes Whitaker is a more seasoned wrestler and that he's got a little bit more experience in the wrestling department. And that could probably end up becoming a factor unless both men are just looking to put on a show and really showcase the best of what they've got in terms of, their dukes. So that's going to be exciting to see and check that out. Who do I think is going to win? That is the question here, and that's the question I wanted to pose to all you people out there: is who do I think is going to win this matchup on Saturday? And I think that there's a good chance Whitaker is actually probably going to take this home. That is simply just because of the fact that I believe that Whitaker is back on his horse. He has had his time away. He has developed the hunger. He says in all his interviews and all the promotions, he has developed the passion and the fire to fight again, and that is going to be really exciting. Darren Till, I think, also has a pretty decent chance among that. I'm not putting either fighter down because I think both fighters are pretty excellent at what they do. But if I had to lean towards one versus the other, maybe Robert Whitaker probably has a better chance. We'll see if I turn out to be wrong by Saturday. What does this mean before I leave? What does this mean for the fighters, depending on who wins? Starting with Darren Till. Darren Till believes that if he wins this fight, on Saturday, that should put him in contention for the number one spot, and he should fight whoever wins the upcoming fight in September. During the podcast this week, I accidentally said August. Is in September when Israel Adesanya and Paulo Costa fight each other, and Darren Till believes that he should be able to fight whoever is the winner of that, and basically fight for the title in middleweight. Some people don't believe that, and Darren Till, even on media day, has recognized that some people believe that he should not get that chance simply because he's only had 2 fights, this being his second one this upcoming Saturday. And it really begs the question, does he deserve it? Is he deserving of such a fight? So we'll see. His fight against Kelvin Gastelum, we talked about this on the podcast this past week, that we didn't necessarily feel like that was the performance to really impress people when it comes to your debut in middleweight. But we'll see. A lot of people seem to believe that was a successful performance, and it was. He did beat Kelvin Gastelum. He neutralized a lot of Kelvin's striking, so maybe he can do something similar with Robert Whittaker. We'll see. It's very up in the air when it comes to that. But like I said, maybe leaning a little bit more towards the former champion. And that's not just because he's a former champion. It's because I think he is a very complete fighter, whereas Darren Till might have a few different gaps in his game. And I feel like he even recognizes that himself. So that's not just me putting him down. But where does someone like Robert Whittaker go after this? I believe he is deserving of a title shot after this because he is the former champion. I believe a lot of people are looking forward to seeing a rematch between him and Izzy, or maybe even a matchup between him and Costa. So I think that is very, very deserving for Whittaker. I've even heard in the media day press events that a lot of people are considering Jack Hermansson after actually coming off of coming off of a win, not a loss, to Kelvin Gastelum, coming up in the discussion again. And a lot of people are saying that Jack Hermansson is probably looking for the winner of this fight. Me and Lincoln discussed on the podcast this past week that we actually believe Jack Hermansson is entitled to fight whoever the loser of this upcoming fight is. So it's very interesting that he believes he is deserving of the winner, because whoever wins this fight is putting themselves in title contention, basically, pretty much, because even if we, the audience, don't agree that Darren Till deserves title contention, he believes he deserves it. And more often than not, the recency bias is going to favor Darren Till on his up and coming tear, because that's what happened the first time in welterweight. He was just winning and winning and winning, and he got a title shot before a lot of people even believed he deserved a title shot. So it's really up in the air. It's up for debate. It is a question that I'm posing and is just lingering. So that is basically where we stand. Thank you guys for checking out the video, and we are going to go ahead and see you later.